CrossFit Sanitas Friday workout, April 17th. We're gonna have a fun little mix up of 2 couplets. These couplets though are gonna be done as a double Tabata, which means we're having, instead of 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, we're gonna have 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. And we're gonna be alternating 2 movements for 4 rounds each. We're gonna rest 4 minutes, then we're gonna have that another couplet. Again, 4 rounds, 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off of 2 movements. Now, remember tonight, we have Friday Night Lights. We're gonna be starting off with Aubrey Hughes versus Megan Fine, and finishing with Courtney Chu versus Amy Green, right, our 2 coaches. But big thing here, right, you're not gonna see the same workout. We're gonna have different workouts because they have different equipment, so we're gonna make it a little more fun, and we're gonna have Aubrey versus Megan doing something completely different than what we are gonna see Courtney and Amy do. You'll have to tell me which one and which workout you thought was more fun. Maybe we'll see it in the next week. Enjoy today. Hey crew, we're gonna go over our full body activation warm up, right, for our workout. All right, we're gonna be going into 3 rounds just to get the blood flow going of 20 alternating step ups. Right, big focus here is a little more control on the way down, then on the way up, a little more speed on the way up. Make sure you reach full extension at the top. Then we're gonna move into 10 Russian baby makers. I wanna pause for 1 second, right, with that butt up in the air, and then 1 second, pulling those knees open, chest up at the bottom, opening up those hips, getting that chest nice and tall, working on our good squat position. Then we're gonna go into 10 upright rows. This can be with a double dumbbell, it can be with a barbell, or it could be with a kettlebell, and what I would see is 5 on the right and 5 on the left if you just have a single kettlebell. So multiple options there for you. Then we're gonna move into 10 strict press. Same thing, we can do it with a barbell, right? We can do it with 2 dumbbells, or we can do 5 on the right, 5 on the left with our kettlebell. If our kettlebell's a little heavier, let's go to a push press. Make that happen and get that overhead. Then we're gonna go down to the ground, and we're gonna go to a runner's lunge, elbow to instep with thoracic rotation for 10 total, 5 each side. Finishing off by rolling over onto our back with a 20-second hollow body position hold, priming that core, right, turning on all the stabilizing muscles through our midline, and then we're gonna go back around through that. Again, 3 rounds of that warm up. All right, workout of the day. It's gonna be 2 segments of alternating double Tabatas. Typical Tabata is 8 sets of 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We're gonna change that. We're gonna go up to 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, right? And we're gonna be doing 2 movements alternating for those 8 rounds. So it means 4 rounds of each movement. All right, our first double Tabata is gonna be alternating between mountain climber lunges and ground to overhead, right? Or we can go for full American style kettlebell swings. So idea here is we're looking for extension and we're looking for power and coming up and finishing overhead. So we're gonna choose some movements to go through with that. All right, first movement is gonna be that ground to overhead with our backpack. All right, ground, extension, press overhead. If you have a weight plate, you can use a weight plate for ground to overhead. Always a fun one. You can do double dumbbell muscle snatch from between the legs. Again, looks just like the plate. Or, like I said, you can use your American style kettlebell swing overhead for that movement. For our mountain climber lunges, you all can do those mountain climber lunges. We can either step back as a lunge or we're jumping back and forth. For 1, opens up the hips. Number 2, gets that cardio up, gets that heart rate pounding. We're gonna rest 4 minutes. Then we're gonna go into our next double Tabata, right? So another 8 sets of 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, alternating between 2 movements. Our next 2 movements, right, is gonna be a crisscross jump squat. All right, that one looks like this, where what we're doing is we're crossing right leg in front of left, jumping, landing in a squat, crisscross left in front of right, jumping and landing in a squat. And we're trying to do that on a rhythm, and you're gonna notice that gets our heart rate up. I do wanna see a good jump there, right? So still make it kind of plyometric. Definitely gets our heart rate up, and that'll be our first movement of those alternating segments. We're gonna rest 20 seconds. Then we're gonna go down to the ground, right? More sit-ups. I know you got a bunch in on Wednesday. I'm still feeling it. We're gonna be going with a sit-up and a twist, come back down, sit up, and a twist to the other side. So it's actually kind of like a bicycle crunch, except we're gonna sit up, it's gonna be a strict sit up, and we're gonna touch that knee to that elbow, sit up, touch that other knee, and that's gonna be nice, controlled, back and forth, and we're gonna be going 8 sets, right? It's 4 of each of that alternating double Tabata.